Make sure I've done this properly. Okie dokes. I actually have no idea whether I've done this properly. Who knows? It's just gonna yellow it. All right. So as I said, I've run these classes before, but generally it's been the retention is not that great. But I like it. I like Excel. I love it. I tell my wife not to get into bed unless she looks like a spreadsheet. So we could do more classes in the future if you guys want. If you guys find it useful, I can just keep running maybe like weekly 10-minute sessions. If not, then you can go tell me to shove it up my ass. Otherwise, if anyone has like cool Excel stuff or questions that they want to share, then feel free. Otherwise, I'm going to get stuck into it. I'm going to share my screen. So everybody, please get ready for that. Okie dokes. Can everybody see that? Just give me a quick thumbs up if you all can see that. Yeah, cool. All right. So this is something that I built, I think it was last year when I was in London, and we wanted to do, well, my colleagues and I entered a syndicate to buy lottery tickets, and we wanted to see what the actual payout was. That's the backstory of it. It's not actually very interesting. Okay, what I want to teach you all in the next 6 minutes is not even like any formulas. I want to teach you guys how to like navigate and select things quickly, because you guys will often see if I'm using Excel, I'm kind of like flying all over the place with the keyboard. And that kind of is 95% of what makes what I do look impressive. It's purely because I know how to move faster than you guys, and that's it. All right, so the normal way of moving things around, you guys can probably see my screen right now, is to press the arrow keys or use your mouse and click things, yeah? So say I want to select the full, column M, I would click either the top here, or I would still like click and drag, which takes too long, okay? So one good way of navigating is with the control key. So if you guys hold the control key while you're pressing up and down, you guys will be able to navigate a hell of a lot quicker. So do you guys see how I can jump from the top of a data set to the bottom, assuming that there's no breaks in the middle? I can jump all the way from the top to the bottom just by holding control up and down. Similarly, left and right, I can go all the way from the left to the right side of a data set, again, assuming that there's no breaks, just purely by holding control. So if you guys try that, you can jump up and down, and then you'll notice that you hit the breaks, the first empty cell when you jump around. So that helps you to navigate a lot faster. So instead of, even if you were to hold down to get to the bottom of this data set, I mean, assuming that there's more than 51 rows, say there's like 9,000 rows, it will take you forever to scroll all the way down to 9,000, yeah? But then if you hold control and then down and up, it makes that whole process a lot faster. How are we doing so far? Good?
I love it.
Cool. All right, so that will help you navigate a lot faster. In terms of selection, so I just tried to say selection and selecting at the same time. In terms of selection, you want to hold Shift while doing your direction keys. That way, you'll be able to highlight things instead of using your mouse. And again, that's a lot faster and a lot more accurate as well, because if you're using your mouse, you kind of like dragging and you're not finding the right things all at the right time. So if you hold shift and press up and down, or left and right, or both, then you can select things a lot faster and a lot more accurately. Okay. And if you're actually to combine those two, so combine holding control and shift, say I wanted to select all of the data in column, where am I? Column M. So I'll hold control and shift and then down. And then that way I can select the entire data set much faster than you would be able to with either your mouse or whether you're just tapping at shift forever. Okay. So that's a quick way for you to play around with it. You'll get the hang of it a lot quickly, pretty quickly, because you'll know the rules of it and you'll be able to navigate and select things a hell of a lot faster. If you want to select the whole column, so not just from M1 to M51, but the entire column, it's Control and Space. So that gets you all the way from M1 to M1,048,000, whatever. Okay, so that'll get you the full column. That's Control and Space. So that way you don't need to move your hand and then click M and then click the whole thing. Similarly, to select the whole row, it's Shift and Space. And again, that's going to make your navigation and selection speed a lot faster. Now, if you wanted to select all the rows in this data set, then you'd go Shift Space, just to select one first. And then you'd go Shift and Control down, and then that'll get you everything. Okay, so that was by combining all the selection and navigation, you'll be able to be a lot faster and a lot more accurate in terms of how you actually select your data sets. Oh shit!
Can you just do that one again?
All right, sure. All right, so it's if I wanted to go from row 2, which is Shift Space, and I wanted to select everything, then I would go, well, first Shift Space and then let go. And then I would go Control and Shift at the same time and down. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's good.
Nice. All right. All right, I'm just going to really quickly go this last point as well. Can you guys delete cells M3 all the way down? Oops, probably have to enable other things. So M3 down. Okay, so you should only really have this formula here in cell M2. Okay. Now, what a lot of people will do if they have a formula here and they want to drag it all the way down, they would click this box here and do this whole draggy thing. That takes too long. So what I'm going to tell you guys to do instead is to go to navigate to the bottom of your data set. So from M2, go left 1 to L2. Then press Control and down to get you to the bottom. Press right again to get you to M51. Now hold Control, Shift, and up. That will select all the cells in this column that you want to fill out with data. Okay. Now here's another hotkey that you'll need to learn. It's Control-D. So now press Control-D. And what that does is populate all the formula all the way down what you've selected. Okay, similarly, there's Control-R, which does the same thing, but to the right. There is no Control-U for up, there is no Control-L for left. It only works for Control-down, or Control-D and Control-R. But that way you can populate your formulas a hell of a lot faster. So play around with that, play around with navigating with Control, selecting with Shift, doing column selections with Control Space, using row selections with Shift Space, and then populating formulas with Control-D and Control-R. that's it. That was a little overrun. Sorry, I dragged on. Any questions? No. All right. In that case,
what's going to be
if you guys are interested, I can run another one next week. I'll send out another meeting invite if you're interested. Cool.
Thanks a lot,
Thanks,
Matt.
Matt. Cool, man.